In a video on supposed Hero's fountain, Munchenhausen today on YouTube put forward a video to show an apparent perpetual motion version of Hero's fountain. Looked quite traditional, had the two containers at the bottom, a container up at the top into which the water flowed. The difference being is two containers were at the same level, so there was no difference in pressure between the two containers and therefore nothing to push the liquid out of the top. It's an interesting idea, and of course most scientists poo-pooed it, especially as at the bottom of his container he'd actually joined the two together underneath, so that the containers were joined underneath and on the top. This essentially to most people meant that all he'd got was one container, joined at the top so the pressure was the same, joined at the bottom so the liquid levels would be the same. However, I've built my version of this to see if it will actually work. I've used coffee jars, a coffee lid and some pipes from the pound shop. I've not used an aluminium frame like he used, and unfortunately I didn't have any aluminium. I've just used thin plastic, which seems to hopefully do the job. I haven't connected underneath the containers, but I've joined them above so we can see that that is always there, that I haven't removed anything from underneath. What I need to do then is to pour some liquid into the top and see if we can get this to work. So pour some liquid in. Right, poured liquid in, and hopefully this is going to work. It doesn't seem to be doing too badly, although it's not as good as I'd like. What we have got is a flow of liquid coming out of here from, appearing to come from the two containers underneath and working reasonably well. However, if we look at his setup, what we notice is that he has video edits. He shows us the link between the two before a video edit, then shows us it working, and then edits again and shows us this link again. If we look at the tubes before he edits the video, they both seem to be going straight down. However, once it's working, we find that these tubes seem to have bent. And if we look up here, it's covered over is that one by a advert, but we can see this tube looks like it's going to come down to the bottom here. So this is after we've been shown it working. If we look before he starts it working, we see the video up to this stage, no liquid in A, but the jug's there, and then after the video edit, there's, even before he started pouring the liquid in, there's liquid in the container here before he starts pouring this liquid in. There's no sound on the video, and the very coloured liquids mean to me possibly, heaven forbid, that he took this link off, bent the tubes across, put a pump on the bottom, and therefore it appeared that this was working without any scientific explanation. However, here's mine, it's still going. What we can do, it's a bit fragile. If I lift it up, I can slide a Well, I should be able to slide a plastic envelope in underneath to show there's no connections underneath. Oops, it's altered a bit. I can put it down the back, show you there's no connections down the back, and therefore I haven't got tubes. You can see that the link is still there, so there's no pump pumping it, and yet the liquid is still coming through with apparent perpetual motion. I could have put a little propeller on there to move round as it came through, apparently defying the laws of physics. But of course it doesn't. It all depends on gravity. No pumps, just gravity.